Private Investigator, The Hotel Room is brought to you by Ariel Screenplay Productions, read by Ariel Sag. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. The private investigator is in a hotel room. He is going through his files. His cell phone goes off again. He has on his bed pictures that are black and white. He has a nail in a bag, and he is just glancing at it. He is rubbing his left wrist, which is now on ice. He is using his other hand to type. The private investigator says, "Jesus, Becca, what is it?" Becca says, "I found that there was no unusual activity." The private investigator says, slowly typing, "I don't think so, Becca. Try again. This evidence is different than what the account I'm finding." Becca says in return, "You know I don't have access to that type of information, Steve. I could lose my job, or worse, federal prison. In fact, I have to put this file back before they know it's missing." Becca out. In a criminal defense attorney office, the lawyer sits at his plain office desk and computer. Oscar Wilde sits looking at his computer screen. His cell phone goes off. Oscar Wilde says, "Oscar." The private investigator, Steve, replies, "This is Private Investigator Steve. I'm calling to inquire the case pending against your client. I need to question him." Oscar Wilde says, "I did not know that there was a private investigator on the case." The private investigator says, in return, "I found evidence that might clear him. I was hired by his fiancée 3 days ago. I just flew in from D.C. Private Investigator was brought to you by Ariel Screenplay Productions, written by Ariel Sag. You can find her at www.imdb.com by searching ARIELLESAG. You could also find her company by going www.ARIELLESCRENplays productions.net, or you can find her company on IMDb Pro. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this podcast of Private Investigator, the sci-fi thriller.